Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a video comparison that is very interesting. I really wanted to do this video comparison, and we're gonna be comparing today a Tudor Black Bay 58 against a San Martin Black Bay 58 homage. So this is gonna be a very interesting video. Let's get into it. I have a review of this watch already posted, so if you wanna check this watch in deep, feel free to go to that video so you can have a better idea about this watch in particular. So again, both are my watches. This is not a paid promotion or anything, so I just wanted to clarify that before starting. And also feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like this type of video. Now, this watch I have it first prior than this one. I ended up buying the original one, but let's cover in deep, point by point, which watch should you buy if you're planning to buy. Obviously the Tudor Black Bay 58. This is just a homage. It's never going to be like the real deal, but I think it's going to be a very interesting video. I again have both, so don't be offended, don't be mad if I at times say this is going to be better in some aspects and this is going to be better on other points. So again, this is just for fun. Also, I'm wearing this guy, which already have a review on the channel as well. It is the Hame Dollar Tudor Black Bay GMT homage. I really like this watch. I like this one better than this, and better than the original Black Bay GMT. You might think I'm crazy, but there's some points I cover on the original and the long-term video that I like this watch better, even though it's, you know, a fraction of the price than the original. So let's get started. Before we start, I'm also selling this guy because I'm not wearing this guy anymore, so I prefer you guys have it. If you're interested, let me a comment below so we can get in touch. It's in pristine condition, as you can see, because I barely wear it. I wear it like two times only. So let's start. Let's start by measuring the case. Again, San Martin has done some homages of the Tudor Black Bay 58. This in particular is a special edition they did in collab with Watch Dives, which is the closer in specs to the Tudor Black Bay 58. The original they were producing, I believe it has the gloss ceramic bezel and it's also 41mm. So in this case we have a 39mm case. All right, there you go, 39mm case, just as the Tudor Black Bay 58, where we have a 39mm case as well. There you go, 39mm, 20mm in the lock width. There you go, and tapers down to 16. There you go, just as well as this one as well, 16. And the start of the bracelet is just 20mm. There you go, 20mm. Now let's start by the bracelet, and this is something that I found very interesting. For me, the bracelet on the San Martin is better. I heard a lot of people saying that they don't like the rivets on the Tudor and also the way that it tapers down. Now, just to clarify, even though it's very similar to an Oyster bracelet, to an Oyster Rolex bracelet, it is not the same. It is not the same. As you can see, it tapers down in a different way, like in parts, until it gets to 16. And this one is just more cleaner, tapered down to 16mm. This is more similar to the Rolex Oyster bracelets. Again, this is a particular style. I'm not bothered about the rivets. I like this style as well. I think it's more original, trying to separate itself from the Rolex Submariner. I really like how it looks. I really like how it tapers. again, I don't mind the rivets, but this one just feels better, feels more solid built. This one, as you can see, have a bit of backplate, which is actually good for the comfortable, I don't know how to say that word, but for comfortable, for the comfort is better this one than this one. But San Martin just did an amazing job here, and they just combined the solid finishing with the comfort as well. So this one is very comfortable, no sharp edges. This one has, you're gonna kill me because what I'm about to say, but this one I feel, even though it's not sharp at all, it's not like it's gonna be sharp, but I feel this one, it's even more rounded, it's even more comfortable on the wrist than this one. This is something I also learned about the Swiss bracelets, is that they are not after doing heavy bracelets. And I particularly a lot mentally refer how heavy it feels to how good is the bracelet. So the heavier it feels, we tend to think it's a better quality. So this is not something Swiss brands do. I've tested a lot of Swiss bracelets. Of course, you have bracelets such as the Omega C Master, which is just so heavy. But a lot of Swiss brands, they're not after make the bracelet feels heavy but comfortable. So this one feels way more lightweight than this one. This one feels more solid, more heavy, but also feels, in this case, better. This one is just more lightweight, doesn't feel as solid as this one. Again, this is something Swiss brands are not after, and make the bracelet feel solid. But just so you know, so visually and in terms of quality, I think the San Martin one wins here. You're gonna kill me again, but you cannot argue with me because of that. This is not my fault. This is just what it is. Also, on the clasp, let's check the clasp. Here, obviously, we have more details here. The logo, everything here is really nice. This is, high polish in comparison with this one, which is just brushed. But again, that's not something you're gonna be seeing all the time. And I also like the clasp on the San Martin visually and how it operates. Like it better on the Tudor than on the San Martin. This one is, again, very well finished, but this one is just cooler. It has it's like of the shape of the Tudor, but like objectively, the San Martin one is better because of the on-the-fly adjustment. You can adjust the bracelet just on the fly, and it's going to be, a very good advantage compared to this one where you don't have any type of on-the-fly adjustment. You only have 3 micro adjustments, and this is something I really don't like about the Tudor Black Bay 58, and is that at times this bracelet feels so tight, and if you add another link and move it to the last position of the micro adjustments, it feels just too loose. So it's hard to have a perfect fit here because of the lack of micro adjustment. Ideally, you want to see, I don't know, 5 or something like that, or at least 4. They don't offer half links, so it's harder to get a perfect fit here. I'm not saying you're not gonna get a good fit. It's just for my case. Like right now, it's a bit tighter than I wanted, but it's that, or just make it feels too loose. So another win here for the San Martin. Now, obviously, the movements, we're not talking about that. This is I don't know, 10, 20 times the price of this one. So the movement is just not comparable, even though San Martin did a good job here by calibrating the Seiko NH35. It's performing between 1 to 2 seconds a day, which is really magnificent. But again, the Tudor movement is just way more expensive, and also the beeps per second, how the second hand ticks, as you can see, is way more better on the Tudor, because the movement has a higher beats per hour than this one. This one is, you're gonna see the second hand tick more easily than this one. This is more like a clean sweep, but again, it's also because of the higher movement here. Now, the case finishing, I think it's a tie. You're gonna kill me again, but San Martin is just doing a great job here. And again, I'm not wearing this watch. I prefer this one, but as you can see there, it's just they're doing such a nice job there. The grip on the bezel is also better here than here, and I prefer the polish side, the brush polish side, instead of the high polish side here, because this tends to scratch more than this. And as you can see, let's compare the thickness on each one. Oh, we have 12 millimeter here, and we have 13, I believe here, 13.5, because I think we have a higher sapphire case here. But again, the way they are hiding the height on this one, visually at least, looks slimmer than this. Probably because the back case is slimmer here, but it's thicker here, which makes, visually at least, the watch slimmer here. And as you can see, the finishing here, guys, is just surprising. It's just really nice. Again, obviously here it's very nice too, but I don't know why I prefer this one. And again, I like this watch better. And I don't use this watch as much as this one, but the case finishing is just phenomenal on both of them. As you can see, the transitioning there, San Martin is doing it very nicely. Obviously, because of this one is high polished, the transitioning, this really edge that is high polish here looks better on this one, because they're transitioning to brush to high polish to brush again, where here you're transitioning to high polish then brushed, so it looks better here. Obviously, probably it's better finished here, but I don't know, you will need to make it to take a look with a microscope or something, or with a magnifier glass. So talking about the dial, this is something that where this watch I didn't feel good with this watch, and it's because of the dial looks so lightweight. It's a tint of blue that I just don't like. It tends to look like a flat blue towards a, I don't know, it's more like a light blue. If you compare it to this one makes it look so navy blue, and this one is more blue. It's a lighter blue than it looks on the camera, and this one is even more lighter blue than it looks on camera. So this one is light blue, this one is even lighter blue. It makes this one looks darker, but it's not. It's just not. So this is something I don't like about this tint of blue. It's just too bright, too tending to light blue compared to this one. This one, something I like about the watch is actually the color of the dial and the color of the bezel, which is navy blue, compared to this one, which is just blue tending to light blue. This is something like better on this. For some reason, it looks more beautiful here looks pretty here. It's very, very nice. It's a very pretty watch, you know. So this one, I'm not saying that it looks bad. I mean, it's just a matter of taste. But if you compare it to this one, I also like the blue on this one. We're not talking about this guy today, but if you are wearing this guy on the wrist, again, I have just for reference, I have a 6.25 inch wrist. Again, the bracelet nice, the clasp really nice, the case really nice. But when you hit this type of blue, again, this is something personal, but I don't like this tone of blue. I don't like this tint of blue. It's just too bright for me. It's more like a light blue on the dial, and this one, depending on the light, because it is a ceramic bezel, if you look at this way, the dial tends to look darker, but then this tends to look brighter. So that's a contrast I really don't like. Again, you'll need to see this watch in person to see what I'm talking about, but this is lighter than it seems like. This also is way more lighter than the appears on camera. This is way more light, but this one is even more lighter. It's just like a light blue, and I don't like that that tone of blue. I prefer much more a navy blue. So it's the color is something that just didn't hit me, you know. Whereas this one, if we check it on wrist, by the way, I like to open this guy like this. They're gonna kill me, but hey, it's about enjoying the watch, right? As you can see, if I tend to do this, the bezel tends to look darker, just as this one. If you see it from the front, it looks lighter, like this looks darker, but then the bezel also looks even more darker than this one. And here it happens the opposite. This is something I really don't like. It's just a stupid thing. But the coloring I like better on this guy, as you can see, and this is not. I wish I can capture the color correctly, but it's really hard on camera. This is more like a navy blue. Here it looks almost black, and it's not like that. This one looks just much brighter, and then you can see the dial looks darker than this one in this position. But look at the difference on the bezel. For me, it's way more elegant on the Tudor than on the San Martin. This one is too bright, too shiny for me. If you see it this way, obviously there's not that much difference. But this being a ceramic, it's really harder to, you know, to make it not that shiny, even though it's a matte finish. So there you can see it. Now, I wanted to talk about the bezel action. This one is hands down to the Tudor. Even though you're probably not going to use these guys to dive, I know that's important for some people. We have a 120 bezel action. Which is very nice. And we only have a 60 clicks bezel here, which feels way better to operate, but this is because of the bezel action here, being only 60 compared to 120. Again, bezel action is better on this one, even though on this one there's in none of them there's back play. There's nothing that, you know, it's gonna feel flimsy nor like that, nor anything like that. But it's just, you know, I like it better on this one. The crown, it's signed on both. So again, obviously visually this watch is better. In specs, this watch is also really good for the price, guys. We're talking about a fraction of the price here compared to this one. Just this one won? Obviously not. I don't think so, because of the movement, because of the look of the watch. This one is the original. This one is the, you know, the one that was invented. The design on this one is the original, even though it's borrowed by the Rolex Submariner, you know. But, you know, they figured out to make it look different enough from the Rolex Submariner, just like San Martin managed themselves to make this watch look different enough from this one. It's a very close watch to this one, but for some reason this one feels like a different watch to me when on the wrist. Feels just so different than this one. Is it worth it? I think 100% worth it. This watch is around $200 to $250 depending on the season you can buy it. It's a great watch. I mean, you have a very nice calibrated movement. You have a very nice bezel action. You have an outstanding bracelet. You have an outstanding case finishing. This watch will make you not want to go in for this one. In my particular case, didn't do that job. There are some watches even from San Martin that may scratch that itch of going for a much more expensive watch. In this case, they just didn't. This again feels like a totally different watch compared with the Tudor Black Bay 58. Even though they're emulating a lot of parts from it, I don't think this watch is close enough to this one. So it's a very interesting point. So let me know in the commentaries below if you guys own either of these watches, if you're planning to buy this watch, or the Tudor Black Bay 58 if you have any other doubts. I do think it's definitely worth it 100%, as I said on the particular review of this watch. I think it's a good watch. I don't think it's a close enough homage to this one, but still I think if you're not bothered by the color scheme, I think you're gonna like it a lot. If not, just go for the black version and probably you're gonna like it as well. So that's been it, guys. Let me know in the commentaries if I missed something, if there's something you wanna guys, if there's something you guys wanna know about the watches, if there's something I missed, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on the next one.